All right. Yeah, I know I haven't been active on YouTube and shit lately. I was working on the EP that dropped. Check that out. Link is in the description. I stream that on Spotify whenever y'all can. Whenever it's on Spotify. It should be on Spotify tomorrow, which will be, if you're watching it later on, it will be Saturday, the 18th. But anyway, bro, I'm going to watch this video. Shout out to Sadat. We're going to be watching this video speaking about everything that we know so far about Marvel Spider-Man 2. Basically just refreshing it on everything. He's going to be speaking about villains, gameplay trailer. Hopefully we get something from Sony soon. I don't know what the fuck is going on. It's dry out here in these streets, bro. It's dry right now, bro. So like with news for Marvel Spider-Man 2, but we are gonna be covering other games too. I've been playing Chia, so that game is very amazing. I can't say too much about it because, you know, embargoes, it's not lifted and things of that nature. But it is coming out late. We're gonna get to all that. We're gonna get to all that another video. But let's get into this. Happy to be back with reactions and things of that nature. Y'all see the new, you know what I'm saying? It's not new, but this is where I've been living, but this is the living room area and the kitchen, all that shit. So let's do it. Let's go ahead and react to this joint.
What it do, Durag Nation? With Suicide Squad reportedly no longer releasing this year, superhero gaming fans don't have much left to look forward to other than Marvel Spider-Man 2. So today I wanted to go over everything we know so far about the game, from what villains will be in it to when the first gameplay showcase will happen. So hit the like button, and if you make it to the end and aren't satisfied, change it to a dislike. Marvel Spider-Man 2 is of course the highly anticipated sequel to 2018's Marvel Spider-Man, but takes place after the events of 2020's Spider-Man Miles Morales. In a blog post, Sony confirmed Spider-Man 2 would have a fall 2023 release window, 1000%. Which is when all the previous games were released, with Spider-Man PS4 coming early September and Miles Morales releasing in November. So Spider-Man 2 should be somewhere in between. And while both those games are available on the PS4 and PS5, Marvel Spider-Man 2 will not have last-gen support and is expected to launch exclusively on PlayStation 5.
As it should. I mean, we already know that. We already know all this stuff, obviously. This is all a refresher, like I said. But me personally, the game releasing, like release-wise, me personally, I think, this is just me, I think the game should release not around. I'm not saying release on Halloween, but I think it should release in October, because of, you know, following up Halloween or right before Halloween, because of the fact that, bro, Venom is Venom. That's the perfect like timing for me, like in general. This is just my opinion, but I think it should drop in October, bro. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's fall. It makes sense. Almost Halloween time, Halloween month, evil month. I'm not gonna say evil month, but technically it is like dark month. I would say like you know, for the Halloween shit, and for a game like this, it's dark as hell. So it just goes hand in hand. That's all I'm saying.
However, it should eventually release on PC, since Sony has been committed to making PC versions of their first-party games, so it would make sense to eventually release Spider-Man 2 there as well, since Spider-Man Remastered and Miles Morales were recently ported over. As far as villains,
I think it's gonna, I'm sorry I'm pausing this, but we reacting. I think it's gonna release on PC later. I don't think it's gonna release on PC right away. I just don't see that happening. If it does, that'll be cool. That's cool. But me personally, I don't see that happening. You know what I'm saying? But hey, who am I?
Let's go. Excluding the DLC, you fought a whopping 10 different villains in Marvel Spider-Man. And while it's possible they may scale down given the threat level and storyline they seem to be following, I'd be surprised if there was less than 7. Based on the previous games and the reveal trailer, we already have a decent idea of the villain lineup. Venom was shown in the trailer and will likely be the game's main villain, but the narrator seemed to be Kraven the Hunter, another iconic Spider-Man villain. Given that the game will feature both a playable Miles Morales and Peter, it's possible each could get their own main villain to deal with. If that's the case, it would make the most sense for Venom to be linked to Peter, given their connection in the comics and the fact that in the Insomniac's universe, it was shown that Harry Osborn was infected by the symbiote, which likely rules out Eddie Brock and Flash Thompson.
That's not true, but I don't know what he's gonna say next. I don't know what he's gonna say next. My boy on it, you know what I'm saying? He know his shit, of course. Shout out to Sadat, bro. But that doesn't move out any space for Eddie Brock. To be honest, shit. I mean, me personally, I do think. I mean, I would love to see Harry full blown. I mean, as Venom the whole time, because I've said this for years now. I would love for that to happen because I would love to see the story. I would love the story to be very personal, involving, you know, Harry. But me personally, I do think Harry is gonna die. because I think that's gonna influence Norman to become Green Goblin for the third game. That's just me. But hey, again, who am I?
Considering Norman Osborn was a non-combat villain in the first game, it seems likely he could show up as the Green Goblin in this one, especially if he finds out his son is Venom and Spider-Man takes him out. Kraven going after Miles would make sense as well, since he is motivated by the thrill of hunting. So Kraven could see Miles as more of a challenge due to him having cloaking and bioelectricity in addition to his spider powers. Based on his game, the return of Kingpin seems likely in some way after the crime boss managed to threaten Miles' friends and family despite being locked in a raft. It wouldn't surprise me if he manages to escape and attempts to reclaim his criminal empire. Spider-Man Miles Morales also ends with Kurt Connors showing up during a post-credit scene, which could be setting up a showdown with the Lizard. Speaking of DLC, in City That Never Sleeps, Yuri Watanabe abandons the police force to...
Wraith is definitely gonna be in... Wraith, they have to do a DLC for Wraith. They have to do a DLC for Wraith. That shit has to happen, bro. That has to happen. I want to see a Morbius DLC as well, but that Wraith DLC has to happen, bro. She's in the game. That's happening.
Pursue justice on her own terms as Wraith. Considering her method of dealing with criminals, this is likely to bring her in direct conflict with Peter, or it could even lead to a potential team up. In the comics, Wraith uses stolen gear from another iconic Spider-Man villain, Mysterio, so this could also be Insomniac's way of bringing him into their universe. A Mysterio boss battle could really serve as a spectacular set piece, so I hope that is what they're planning here. Speaking of set pieces, it would be amazing if the opening for Spider-Man 2 is a boss battle against Sandman. As fun as trying to stop
I don't know, bro. That'd be cool. They have to explain how he got out. They have to explain how Sandman got back.
Rhino from rampaging through the city was. I think we've seen enough of him, and Sandman would properly set the tone for the new game. Cool. He's also confirmed to exist in the Insomniac universe by a collectible trophy in the first game, so having him come back for revenge to take on both Miles and Peter would be epic. Other villains we could potentially see again are Taskmaster, who was a side villain in the first game, and Black Cat, who was closer to a love interest but had a...
We've seen enough of Black Cat. I mean... We ain't seen enough. Anyway, y'all know what I was about to say. You already know Pancake Jane's gonna be in the game. I wonder if she hit if she got her glutes right this time. Hit the weights. No, but all jokes aside, I don't see us seeing Black Cat again either. I mean, I may be wrong, but I feel like we had a whole DLC for it, but I feel like we good. You know what I'm saying? We got her closure, but I could be wrong.
A big role in the Marvel Spider-Man DLCs. Some players have said they are worried about how much of the game will be just Peter and if they'll be forced to play Miles just as often. This hasn't been confirmed, but I think it'd be realistic to expect a combination of Miles and Peter specific missions while having the ability to switch between the two during the rest of the game. The gameplay showcase should give us more information on that, and according to industry insider Jeff Grubb, Sony is planning to drop it before E3, which takes place in June, which likely means we'll get the showcase sometime in May. And for more on the latest Spider-Man 2 promo, check out this next video.
That was a great video, bro. That was a really great video. Yeah, that last part about Miles being playable, I absolutely think Miles is gonna be playable. I just don't think it's gonna be as much during the story, because it is a Peter game at the end of the day. It is Peter's game. This is Peter's game. You know, but Miles is definitely gonna be in the game for sure. You're definitely gonna be able. I think you're definitely gonna be able to play as Miles for sure, 100%. Like, it's just what it makes sense if you couldn't, you know. But great video. If y'all want more bangers, more videos, definitely leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, turn on notifications, and yeah, I'm gonna catch y'all later, bro. I'm definitely catch y'all later. I'm out of here. Deuces.
Yo, respect to protect, I'm blessed with success, but the stress is a test in this maze that I kept. It's funny how I'm now used to this feeling, broken spirit and broken heart, man, I'm used to this healing. You see, saying my wrongs, flame power raging in song, shit, playing with storms, rain, fire, bracing for harm. My conclusion, abusing takes with this form.